Well, thank you for joining us today in the build-up to COP26 for this important event. My name's Ben Earl, I'm Chair of Future South, and I'd like to welcome you on behalf of the whole of the Future South Board to this important event today. We are here to discuss and agree the key priorities for action that we are all focused on in delivering. The science is clear, the trends are unmistakable. Unless we act now to keep global warming below 2 degrees, ideally under 1.5 degrees, by lowering CO2 emissions, the consequences are going to be dire for the whole of humanity and habitats throughout the world. The speed and scale of change through the pandemic is a model, though, of what can be achieved. Remember the CFC issue and how the world acted to protect the ozone layer. But of course, the complexity and scale of what we need to do is much more complex, and the levels of action needed are something that dwarfs any other challenge we've faced. Of course, we must also recognise that levels of climate change are already baked in, and so we need to adapt. But we can't stick to business as usual. This is simply not an option. We've come together to start the process of defining what it means for our region and to maximise the benefits of action for our lives. New jobs, more comfortable homes, healthier communities and smarter living, all positive. But of course there will be costs and challenges on the way. Future South has a record of practical business support in this important transition, and above all we have a positive vision. We are on a journey of economic transition without costing the earth. We are about supporting zero carbon innovations, creating a resilient economy, and delivering an enhanced quality of life. Future South is internationally recognised. It's not for profit. We are a public-private partnership that supports a net zero carbon future. I just want to take you through a few ways we're delivering on this. We're achieving this by unlocking green finance, and you'll hear more about the Hampshire Community Bank later on. We're influencing and educating. We're providing access to global networks, and we're delivering innovation support. And let's face it, there's lots of innovation that needs to take place. Our priorities support innovation through deploying renewable energy and other zero carbon technologies, mobility for all through efficient and sustainable transport, communities capitalising on the value of biodiversity, resilient homes and businesses, and reducing resource use, including water, waste, and energy. Today is about you. Over the course of the day, you will hear from many different subject experts and contributors, but each session will culminate in a rounding up of what priorities you have concluded are a must in what we hope will be a shared COP26 manifesto for the South. Many different organisations are represented today, and you are all welcome. But most important is the need to work together on shared objectives. We're reflecting the main themes of COP26: clean energy, sustainable transport, nature-based solutions, adaptation and resilience and finance. And by the end of today, we want to have your input into what our manifesto for the South should be. Could I suggest two guiding principles for what our discussions are today? The first is make it impactful, what will actually turn the dial and deliver. And secondly, think of the unique selling points for this region. We are keen to ensure that we have some regional identity to what we are seeking to achieve. So thank you once again for joining. You'll hear from me again later on as we wrap up the day. And I will now hand over to David Hutchinson to outline more of what it means for us in the South.